Welcome to the Development Success Series. Today, I talk with Josh Eppel about how you can do automation in your sales pipeline. There's a lot of stuff in this process that's not very clear on what you can do, and Josh is the best person I know that can talk about this. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Ryan. Yeah, sales is a big, hairy problem. Everybody's got it. Most businesses start when they solve it to some degree. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, there's just a lot of founders who are still doing it themselves and have been unable to take it off their plates.
I know doing sales is very important for your company, and having a good follow-up system and having systems in place where things get done without you having to manually do it is very important, and most companies don't do it well. So can you
Yeah.
go over the process of what's involved and what are the basics that you do and give them massive results?
Yeah, absolutely. But when I'm consulting people on sales automation from my company ConvertClicks, we are less addressing the tweaking of a funnel and we're more addressing the setup of a funnel so that you can actually get sales while being less hands-on. Essentially, the goal is to be able to run your sales department from a few reports, a few weekly reports, and not have to day in, day out be doing the prospecting, the closing, updating the CRM. Usually there are 5 pieces that anyone needs in place to be able to have a fully automated sales process. First piece everyone's heard of is lead flow. Your leads have to come from somewhere. Maybe you've been list building, maybe you've been doing automated outreach, cold email. I do a lot of setter systems, so I have a team of appointment setters who are following a manual that I've created for them. Maybe you're doing paid advertising, SEO, you need something. And you probably have something working if you already have a business and you're making revenue. So something's working for you. Second piece is obviously follow-ups. There's a ton of businesses that get leads and they don't actually follow up quickly or efficiently. Leads slip through the cracks all the time. An example of this is a lot of private colleges that I work with to enroll new students. You will go on their website and we'll fill out a form to try to like be a prospective student, right? Hey, can I find out more about your programs? Maybe we even get a response from a bot or maybe a response from somebody after a day via email. And then we'll follow up, say, great, send me more information. Here's my phone number. We never get phone calls. No one calls us, no one texts us, no one chases us down and gets us into enrollment. And these are diplomas worth 10, 20,000 that are literally just for the taking, and there's no follow-up system in place. So that's number 2. Number 3 is automations that ideally are computer powered, but sometimes these are admin tasks that are executed on a regular basis just to facilitate busy work. Making sure things get updated, making sure things get through the CRM, making sure leads get piped from your intake form into your CRM, assigned to the correct salesperson, and the salesperson has tasks assigned to actually execute the follow-up schedule. A lot of cool stuff you can do there. Fourth piece is the actual sales calls themselves. So this is the scripting, training, and maintenance of a team. And then finally, the fifth piece is peripherals. So any sales decks, professionally branded websites, handouts about your offer, things, content your sales team can share. That's the fifth component. If you have these 5 components polished, you have a killer sales team, a killer sales process. It's fully automated. And you're probably running the process just by glancing at a report once a week.
That sounds pretty good.
Part of it's standardization, part of it is technology. Honestly, everyone's sales funnel that I find is missing different components. And that's why I had to break it into 5 categories, because some people are doing a couple of these really well. Chances are that's the case if they have a successful business, they're actually getting closes. But if the founder is still doing those closes and they're the ones piping the leads around and they're using like a spreadsheet to track students,
Yeah.
they have no idea how to standardize and automate, how to find sales reps. And a lot of companies that you work with to try to find sales reps for your company charge you a huge amount just to find the person. And they're not even trained. Half the time they're brand new salesperson who just went through a generic course to sell for coaches or something. And that's not your offer at all. So you need to be able to hire salespeople who are actually going to be able to sell your offer. And you need to be able to hand them a very simple process with a call script. And here's the key: monitor their activity.
Makes sense.
And you don't want to waste all your time. So there has to be like an efficient process for monitoring their activity that you can just see at a glance if they're doing well.
Makes sense. So can you give us an example of a success story?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a guy who actually had come to Canada from Nigeria, and he was in Canada for many years in the educational system and decided he wanted to start his own private college, which is a business model where you're selling career specific diplomas. So
Mhm.
diplomas that are supposed to match you, not only give you the skills for a job, but hopefully match you with that same job. So we're talking ticket price 8,000 to 10,000, and a lot of these students are actually going to apply using government grant money. So he was doing all the sales himself. He was doing outreach. He was trying to run advertising actually on billboards. And when he came to us, and he was getting he had enough so that he had a few faculty members, and he was running the whole thing online out of Calgary. We actually worked with this guy for a year and we built out the whole process for him,
Yeah.
starting from an advertising system that would reliably get leads to the pipeline, followed by a chatbot sequence that automatically qualified the leads, followed by a trained sales rep who reaches out to those leads quickly and aggressively, but in a friendly way. All tracked, by the way, in the CRM. We can see exactly the calls the sales guy's made, the text messages he sent, his back and forth with the leads. He's trained to get them through filling out the paperwork for getting the government loan, getting them to sign the contract, and getting the deal fully closed. And obviously, all of this is facilitated by background automations that are moving these people through the pipeline so that we can observe the sales activity and make sure things are healthy. And it's completely turned the business around, right? He can now profitably just put money into this system and outcome enrolled students essentially as many as he wants, because the private college offers online courses in a growing field of education. There's a ton of these jobs, a ton of people who need them, right? So it's $1 in, 3 back, basically. It's the dream. It's absolutely the dream. And all you have to do is fill in these gaps and get yourself off the phone and get your head out of the business so you're not so buried with the day-to-day tasks. And if you're working with a professional who knows what they're doing, you can fill in all the gaps in one of these funnels and essentially have an automated department.
Makes sense. So Josh, if people want to get more help on sales automation, where should they find you?
Yeah, sure. So if you want help with sales automation or you want me to review your existing process, give you some coaching, by the way, I oftentimes when I meet someone, I'll take a look at their sales script and review it for free. No problem at all if you connect with me on LinkedIn. Obviously, find me on LinkedIn, Josh Eppel, or you can find me on our website, convertclicks.io. And you can also email me, josh@convertclicks.io.
For more information on how to put technology to work in your business, please subscribe to this channel.